Oh, good evening. Just wanted to give another layout update as well as a bit of advice on doing a reverse loop and a Y. I plugged away at this for about 4 months. Crazy frustration. This is why the track is such a nightmare, and all the roadbed is not lining up with the track because I had to keep moving things. But yesterday or 2 days ago, I did some reading and figured out that it wasn't my auto reverser that was doing things and shorting out everything. It was the Peco switches. In particular, I had insulated the what are they? The frogs. So they were shorting each other out. And so basically, the big thing that I did here was put an insulator here, 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 and here. And I also did it on the Y over here. So those are all insulated, and then I've got my blue and yellow feeders coming from the auto reverser, and then I've got my other insulators here for the actual reverse loop and the Y. Sorry, this is a Y. That's the scissor Y. Joins up there. So my break and track for the Y is right here and right here. And so those are, it's a PSXAR, so you have to do a 3/4 offset. So there's one here and one here. And then the other one for the loop is right beside the UP up there. And those are 3/4 offset. So everything works beautifully. I do have one problem with one of the guide rails here. There's a bit of a, I think I got to clean in here just to get some power through there. But yeah, I didn't really want to break up this track because it's going around a curve, but I ended up having to break it 3 times. So I've got my insulators here, I got my AR feeds here, I've got my insulators here, and I got my power feeds for the main, for the majority of the track right here. And same thing on this part of the Y. I've got my power feeds for the main, and then I got my insulators for the Y and the reverse loop. And I got my power feeds for the auto reverser. And then I got more insulators here. So yeah, it was more than I really wanted to do. And it took me a hell of a long time. I think 4 months of playing around to try and get this sorted. But yeah, now that this is done, I can rip it all up again, do the roadbed again, and then start scenicking this corner, which has been driving me nuts. Anyway, I've got the reverse loop goes in the other room, and it just does a 26-inch loop, 26-inch radius loop. And it's enough to gain enough height to get under and over. So that's my reversing loop. I'm so happy that I got this working, and it basically works on everything now. Even the little track mobile can make it through here, so that's pretty cool. Locomotives, what did I get? Okay, I got this from BC. There's no sound on it, but it's got working ditch lights. It's in pretty good nick. And I got this SD70AC, I think it is. This one actually was a bit of a nightmare. It had a camera installed, and so I've taken the camera out, and I still got to do the repair job on it, close up the holes. This one has sound. It's a Walters unit. It's actually pretty good. It's a good runner. Detail's a bit lacking. No grab irons and basically no IMUs or anything on the front or rear. But that stuff can all be purchased, windshield wipers and stuff, just to make it look a bit more polished, I guess. But yeah, overall, it's the heaviest unit I got. The thing weighs a ton, and it can pull a lot. What else did I get? Oh, I was actually going to sell this one, and then I put some safety striping on it, and I did some weathering on it. Actually, the visor's broken off. I got that over here. I can put that back on. But yeah, once I did the weathering and the safety striping, I didn't want to sell it. So I think I'm going to keep that one. And it kind of goes along with my CN theme anyway, so that's good. I got some little guys here, so they're going to ride along. And actually, this little unit here, the Athearn SW1500, that thing would not run for the life of me. I was looking at tearing it apart and putting in keep alives and everything else. But ever since I fixed the auto reversing problem. So there's the auto reverser there. That's a PSXAR. Quite simple installation. Just power feed in, and then the yellows are the ones that are feeding the track in the loop and in the Y. And I put this jumper on here just to bring the trip voltage down to 1.6 amps, I think it is. Otherwise it's like 6 amps or something. And I'm only running 3 amps. I'm only running 3 amps into my motor shield, so I didn't want it to trip at 6. That's not going to work. What else? I've got a Wi-Fi board on the way, so I can get rid of the laptop. I'm running DCC++, and I'm going to run DCC++ EX once I get the Wi-Fi board. What else? Oh, I've been buying some rolling stock. So I've got, these are the longest ones I got now. They're really nice, actually. I think these are Walters Gold ones. So those are cool. And I got a couple new trucks. What else did I get? Lots of rolling stock. I actually have to get rid of some. I got too much. I painted up this little guy here. This is a really cool, it's oxyacetylene torch. And that's really, really tiny. It's got some of the decals on it from the locomotives sheets from Microscale, I think, or that might actually be the other one. And then it's got safety striping as well around there. But little details, they're pretty cool. I got some more tractors, and this was just kind of miscellaneous stuff in a box that I bought. It's kind of cool. Got some forklifts and barrels and little guys. So it's kind of a nice addition. Let's go over here. I built, this is the little bridge house that I'm just painting now, and that's going to go on the far side of my swing bridge. I think it'll go right about here. I'll mount that on. So it's just the ugliest little shack you can imagine, but in real life it is quite a dumpy shack. And I got a guy there, that's the bridge master. He's kind of lying down on the job right now, but I'll get him glued in and standing up once I get that painted. Yeah, this is some other things I got in that box. This guy was actually lighting up his tractors, so I'll have to do that. The kids nearly burnt the house down plugging this guy in. It's got a regular bulb in it, 12 volt bulb, and the roof started melting, so I'm not going to plug that in. I'll have to figure that one out. And then a whole bunch of signals and stuff that he's got in the box too. So I'll have to sort that, figure out how those are going to work. I got some, what do you call these guys, well cars as well. And that's the end. Oh yeah, and that was also in the box, that granary thing. So yeah, my track work is actually pretty good now. I'm quite pleased with it. Not too many derails. This is actually going to be the container port in the corner here. I've got an idea to do the back quarter of a container ship and sink it in there. And so it'll just be the, what would it be, one row of containers, then the actual bridge for the ship, and then possibly one container in front. It's only 22 inches long, so I can't do much. So I'm going to try and magic that up, and that'll be a nice feature for the corner. And I've got a couple cranes coming in another purchase. So yeah, and fire truck and the police car and the van came in that box too. So, and a couple more trucks. But yeah, so there's the yard. And this is going to be part of a port here. This is going to be water. And there'll be a warehouse that's just a Pike's kit there I'm going to put together as a warehouse in front of here. And then this will be kind of like a offloading, loading thing for either steel or wood, logs, just to load up ships and stuff. And back here is going to be the silo, and I'm going to have a bridge coming over here, and some kind of a silo or grain loading facility right here on the corner. So the main structure will be back here, and then it's going to ridge over the top of the yard, and this will be the load unload thing. What else can I say? Oh yeah, I got a whole whack of trees too in that box, and a dead deer. So yeah, some scenery stuff could actually happen now. Get this all tidied up. And oh yeah, I got a real tugboat too. So this is going to be the car float, and that's the base of the tugboat I got. So that's going to go in there, and I'm going to change the pier here to a bit more of an angle to match the angle there, and that'll give me more space for the barge and the tugboat beside it. So yeah, it's kind of not really coming together, but coming together at the same time. I'm really hoping to get some scenery done and actually clean up these edges too. Just put a nice skirt on the front, and I've obviously got to do some backdrop too. So maybe I should do the backdrop first. Anyway, that's my layout update and a bit of advice on auto reversers and Peco switches. Thanks. Bye-bye.